Oh, hello. It's been a minute. Chris Young here, Christopher Walken, out of my beautiful RV because today it's one of the most overlooked areas of your campsite, but it's something that I think you gotta have when you wanna accentuate the area outside of your RV, because RVing is about doing stuff outside and enjoying that environment. What am I talking about? You can probably see it surrounding me. Patio mats, doormats, and area rugs. Why? Because for your RV existence, you gotta have it. So let's talk about some ones that you gotta have. Tortilla challenge. Hold the phones. Before we talk about the surfaces and what rugs you gotta have for them, let's talk about what they're made of. Now, unless you want to just constantly wash your rugs outside, you don't wanna go with the woven material. Cloth is great for the inside, great for areas inside the RV. For the outside, not so much. You pretty much got two choices after that. You got polypropylene and you got polyester. Both of them are plastic. What's the difference between the two? Polypropylene, both of them are durable, both of them are heavy duty, they are water resistant. Polypropylene is a little bit more water resistant, but has a lower melting point than polyester. And polyester is shiny and smooth. So let's take a look at a couple of them. What do you say? Most of the area mats you're gonna find are going to be polypropylene. That's what you see, like these Venture Forwards, with whether you're doing the Greek pattern, the leaf pattern, these are going to be the majority of what your outdoor rugs are gonna be. Even if you're gonna go with AstroTurf, which is backed usually with a rubber material, this is going to be polypropylene material on top of it. Now, the polyester material, breathable, heavy duty, but you might even be able to see, you see how it has that kind of sheen to it? That's what I mean by being smooth, but also a little bit reflective. Now let's talk about the surfaces where you're gonna be putting your mats. Chances are it's gonna be one of three areas: grass, concrete, if you're lucky enough to have a campground with a pad, or wood. Because all of these rugs will work great at the campsite as well as at your home. So if you got a deck, snag two, man, because they come in handy. But first up, let's talk about grass. It's the most popular, it's gonna be the most convenient, and it's what most campgrounds are known to have, either grass or like a grass dirt mix. But with that, whenever you have a rug, moisture goes through, it's gonna trap the moisture underneath, and that's gonna cause mold and mildew. That's the last thing you wanna have on your mat. So you wanna go with either a polypropylene or a polyester. That's what you gotta have. And when you do the moisture test, like we'll see right here, I'm gonna take some water and pour it. Right there is the polypropylene, and you see how even though it has the weave and some of the water goes through, you still gotta wipe it off. It will dry. Both styles are UV protected, so they won't fade, but you gotta air them out when you want them to dry. Now, as far as the polyester, when I pour some water on there, oh yeah, the weave is a little bit of a thinner mesh. It's more wide. As a matter of fact, you can probably even see my hand through there. You see my ring, Bobby? But when you come over here to the polypropylene, yeah, not much pass through there. So when you're gonna have either one of those mats with the moisture, they will go through, they will dry, but you gotta let them hang. You gotta pick them up and hang them out. But they are fade resistant. Now, inevitably, something's gonna happen. And when you're out doing your morning coffee, you're having a nice little sip, you're gonna, oh shoot, okay. Well, that's gonna happen. Or even worse, little Bobby's gonna have his hot dog, and he's gonna come out with his hot dog and, oh great, Bobby, come on. So how easy are these mats to clean? Well, let me show you, this easy. You ready?
Yep.
Get your handy dandy little garden hose and just spray it off. There we go. Now, once again, because it is water, you gotta let it dry. Same thing with the polypropylene versus the polyester. All you gotta do to clean them is just spray them off. Size is important when you're talking about your grass area at your campsite, which is why I got two different sizes laid out for you right here. On top, the brown and white here, that is 6x9. Underneath the gray and the blue, that's 9x12. Now, I'm 6'2", a little over 200 pounds, but if I got my camp chair and my partner's camp chair, this 6x9 is gonna be great. It's gonna be a good space for me. Or if we just need an area big enough to put a picnic table, the 6x9 is probably good. But if you got a couple of camp chairs, you got a table, you got a grill, you got some space and more than 2 people, I would absolutely opt for the gotta have of getting a bigger mat because it covers more space, gives you more area to go with. Now, patio mats are great, but what about those area mats going into the RV? Sure, this is good, it's breathable, the water's gonna go through it, but what if I just came in from a hike, I've been at the beach, and I need to clean my shoes off? Well, some great outdoor area mats are available for you as well, and they come in a couple of different varieties. Right over here, you got the rubber style, which is a grip. You got a polypropylene here, and a polypropylene AstroTurf here. What are the gotta haves for your area really depends on what you're gonna do. For me personally, I like to walk around barefoot. So this AstroTurf, not gonna work. Just take a look at the grip and the grab that it has on my shoes. Plus, this is going to hold in the dirt, and to clean it, you gotta pick it up, shake it. You can spray it off to clean it, but it is backed with a rubber back. So it's gonna make it slip resistant, but you're gonna have to hang it up to dry it. Now, for this one, the weave is comfortable. It is a little bit of kind of like that burlap feel, but it is plastic. It will do a good job of cleaning off your shoes. The dirt will get trapped on there, slip resistant rubberized back, but once again, it's gonna hold that moisture. So if you do need to clean this, you wanna vacuum that one, maybe spot clean it. Now, this rubber one here, soft, plush, and comfortable, doesn't do as good of a job gripping the soles of your shoes to get the dirt off, but does a better job than this, just not as good as the AstroTurf. But once again, it's gonna hold moisture because there's no way for the moisture to get out on the back. So for me, the gotta have at my campsite, it's gonna be that one right there. Soft and comfortable, will still clean my shoes. I'm not tearing my feet up, nor am I getting any type of rubber on the bottom of my feet. Now, some campsites have full concrete surfaces, especially if you're in a concrete jungle like we are right now. The only thing with having a concrete area is some concretes, if they're not sealed, are porous, just like grass. So they will absorb moisture, which means you'll get that mold and mildew on the bottom of your patio mat. If you're gonna get something like this one right here, the polypropylene, you can kind of see that's gonna stay on top, but there will also be some moisture underneath. So if your gotta have is this one, make sure you air it dry. For me, I gotta tell you, even though it's backed with a little rubber backing, when I'm on concrete, I still wanna have a grass appearance. So this polypropylene AstroTurf is my go-to. Easy to clean up, just like the polyester and the polypropylene mats. And if you spill water on it, it's just gonna be trapped on top until you get rid of it, because as you can see, it's not really gonna leak through except for what I spilled over there. Just make sure that whichever one you take, air dry them so you do not get that mold and mildew. But my gotta have it, really either or, but grass, gotta have it. Now, if your surface is gonna be wood, like for example, you got a patio deck at home and you need some extra mats that you're gonna throw outside, gotta tell you my gotta have, it's gonna be this one right here. Depending on the size, 6x9, 9x12, whatever you wanna get, these polypropylene mats are gonna work great. The one thing you gotta watch out for is this right here. Whenever it rains, so you see how I got water on top of my mat? I'm gonna have to get that to air it dry, but my wood will also get wet with these mats. Now, if you're gonna use like a little surface rug or an area rug or a place to walk into the door to wipe your feet, my gotta haves are gonna be one of these two. Yes, I would say the cloth rug right here. It does look good. It's gonna spruce up that patio deck. If I pour the water on it, that's the only killer. The water is gonna stay on top and be absorbed into the cloth, but it's not gonna leak through because this has a rubber backing. The only thing is, don't get these wet if you can help it. If you do, just hang them up so they air dry. To clean them, just vacuum. Now, as far as this one right here, this is a polypropylene material. Great for grabbing the dirt off the bottom of your shoes, but let me move my head out of the shadow here. If we pour water on it, you're gonna see what it does. That plastic just soaks it up, but it doesn't go through because you got a rubber backing. Once again, great for being right there at the door, slip resistant. Just if you do get them wet, be sure to hang them dry. But for my gotta haves for your wood deck, shoot, grab all three. So there you got it. Those are my gotta haves when it comes to sprucing up the outside by using some mats, whether they're patio mats or area rugs. But hey, tell me down below, what are your gotta haves? Because I love hearing from you. What do you like? What do you not like? What type of mats do you use? Do you have everything? Because we want to know. And while you're at it, please click like, subscribe, and notify. So the next time we do one of these gotta haves, you're the first one that's gotta have it to get it. Get it? So now I'm gonna head inside and enjoy a nice cool beverage alone. Bye, Bobby.